The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Here with head Carson-Newman swimming coach Jordan Taylor. For the Eagles Sports Network, I'm Brian White. Coach, tomorrow you guys hold your 5th annual Blue versus Orange inter-squad. It's not the typical competition against outside opponents, but still an intense competition of previous years that usually gets your team ready for the beginning of the season. But with this year of unexpectedness, it's one of the last meets that you guys will have for the season. So talk about what you're excited to see heading into tomorrow's meet.
Yeah, like you said, the Blue versus Orange started 5 years ago. It was aimed at being the first meet of the season to kind of get our freshmen into the team and kind of have a dress rehearsal before we started doing our dual meets. This year, with unforeseen circumstances, it's going to be kind of one of the last meets, like you said. But I still wanted to have it. It's good fun. It means a lot to the team. There's a lot of pride on the line. Even alumni will be kind of closely monitoring the results, see if their team will kind of win again. It's right now tied 2-2. Blue and Orange have both won it twice. Tends to kind of go back and forward. But it's always a really closely competitive competition. As we've built this program, got more athletes on the team and increased the depth on our program, it's meant this competition has kind of head up more and more. Oftentimes when we do have some of our dual meets, our biggest competitions against ourselves. And this way, when we essentially divide our team into two, creates some really good racing. Helps me as a coach just to kind of see where our team's at. They've got to go fast if they want to win any of the events. We've got a bunch of our team who are ranked top 10 in the country, and so for others on the team to go and out-touch them, they've got to be swimming fast. So I'm really excited about it. This year it comes at the end of the season, but it allows us to welcome back a few of our internationals that weren't able to be here in the fall, and also get some of our freshmen who, again, weren't able to be here in the fall to be here and be part of it. And so that was kind of one of the main reasons we pushed it back into the spring, is to have our whole roster around. Some of our internationals that couldn't be here are seniors, and so the way it works is our seniors are captains of the program. They are captains of their team. They are in charge of draft picking the freshmen. They're in charge of making their entries and trying to put together the strongest lineup. And part of it was aimed at giving our seniors a day in the life of a head coach and understanding how hard it is to recruit the people that you need to your program, and then also to put the entries in that is the best for your team, but also keeps people happy. Not everyone wants to do the 400 IM, but sometimes you've got to do it to get some points for your team. And so it adds that little bit of extra dynamic to it. I've not been involved with the entries at all. We'll see what people end up racing tomorrow. But I know it's going to be close. Last year I think was the biggest win, and I think it's about 30 points. Most years it comes down to less than 10. So it's going to be a highly competitive meet tomorrow, and I'm really excited about it.
And I know it's still like any other competition that you've had this year, but how does preparation for the team, or what you've heard from the team, leading into a meet like this, where they know it's a back and forth battle, but it's a back and forth battle against their own teammates that they're usually cheering on, but now they might be cheering against, just in hopes of gaining the edge in the series to push the blue or orange team ahead to get that third victory in the series. So
I mean, they're competing against their teammates, but from my experience the last few years, when they do it, they are competitive. There's been some trash talking already this week, and there will be a lot tomorrow. But the competitive nature is there. The fact that it is such a high-level, close competition, I think better prepares our team for meets coming up. Conference, to make it into A and B finals and stuff, it's going to come down to the wire, come down to those close finishes. It's about getting yourself up for the races, handling your nerves, and executing. And this weekend, with a lot of pride on the line, and they always swim for their team, but it means more when your team's that kind of a little bit smaller, and every swim is really important to either the blue or the orange. I think we'll produce some really good swimming and a great learning opportunity for all of our team, and it's just going to help set us up for success moving forward towards Emmanuel and Leeds McRae over the next couple of weekends, but especially towards conference. And we're at a point now where we're competitive in our conference, and we're competing for conference titles and having a number of people in those A finals, and so close competition comes at that higher end of the conference championships, and so our team need to be prepared for that and learn how to win, and that's a skill in its own. And this weekend people get the opportunity to kind of learn how to figure it out and win, get the hand on the wall, and when we go to conference in 4 weeks' time, they'll know what to do to get the most out of their performances.
All right. Be sure to tune in to all social media platforms tomorrow as the Eagles get to, face the Eagles in the 5th annual Blue versus Orange for Carson-Newman Swimming. Here for the Eagle Sports Network with head swimming coach Jordan Taylor, I'm Brian White.